Who would have thought that we would enter a timeline where Record of Ragnarok Season 3 has better animation than One Punch Man Season 3? Truly wild. And it's even got better promotion as well, releasing 3 trailers that have demonstrated impressive development throughout the production process, with the final one revealing absolutely everything I wanted to see when it comes to the season, including a definitive look of the animation to expect, many times better than the previous 2, alongside where Season 3 is likely to end, which may mean they've fixed the pacing as well. So as a whole, amazing news. I hope you enjoy the breakdown as a true Record of Ragnarok fan. First up, it officially releases worldwide on the 10th of December. Naturally on Netflix once again, meaning it's now less than a month away. Get hyped. I don't believe we have an episode count, but it's possible it could be more than 12, but not that much more. The trailer opens up with a shot of injured Buddha talking about the one who will shake up Ragnarok, a scene that occurs after round 7 and of course is one of the most important in the entire series. This is then followed by 2 shots that we saw in the previous season, the interaction between Beelzebub and Odin, foreshadowing for later events as a reminder, a close-up of Hu Wang, with all the shots of his battle with Hades highlighting a darker tone throughout, something that seems to be changing in every round throughout this season, something I believe is a great touch and definitely a big improvement, with all the shots of the 2 kings looking great that we got in the trailer, but we've seen pretty much their entire fight in the 3 trailers that have dropped so far. We then have Tesla with the first full look of the Gamitra Zone, one of his key abilities, and a concern of many people based on the previous trailers was of course the CGI used throughout this fight, particularly Tesla's character model looking somewhat off. It seems they've fixed a lot of aspects when it comes to that, with it still looking like CGI will be a prominent factor for round 8, which based on the action and pure insanity throughout it is pretty much required at this point. It does look much better than the previous 2 trailers, and honestly I have no issues with it. The close-up of Beelzebub's weapon and the vibrations associated with it is pretty cool, including the purple-like effect. I don't really mind that. And then this close-up of Beelzebub's face with the Gamitra Zone in the background is perfect, with pretty much every shot of Beelzebub throughout this trailer being amazing, and low-key a step above most other things, which is interesting, but no complaints from me, that's for sure. Following that, we have Leonidas demonstrating his first attack throughout his fight against Apollo. Something similar to round 8 is now looking better compared to the previous trailers. Then the 3 introduction shots of the god of the sun Apollo, including some reveals about one of his key weapons and abilities throughout his battle, looks great as well. Just look at the lighting difference between Apollo's fight and Hades' fight when you consider what both of these gods represent. A very good touch and really no complaints at all. Following that, we get some action shots including Hu Wang going for one of his iconic named attacks, a scene of Apollo dodging Leonidas, highlighting very solid animation when it comes to that. Then naturally the CGI clash between Beelzebub and Tesla, which is looking slightly better than the version we got in the previous trailer, followed by the showing of Beelzebub's ultimate technique, Chaos once again, including the impact it has on the entire arena. It looks like they're going to give this scene justice based on the manga material. Then one of the most interesting and anticipated moments I've been waiting for when it comes to this season, the introduction of Nostradamus to the Record of Ragnarok anime, and the color scheme they are using for him, something that I've been talking about in many videos if you've been watching. Naturally, if you're subscribed here on Mysterious Weeb for all the Record of Ragnarok content you need. But as I've explained many times, in some official art pieces released by the creators, this is Nostradamus' color scheme, particularly his hair and eye color, and it seems like the anime have indeed got that right and when we get more official art for Nostradamus in the manga, he's likely to look like this. So that can be closed book. Any fans who enjoy colouring in Nostradamus panels, this is what he officially looks like, with all the shots we got from him in this trailer being pretty good. This one's during his initial introduction that will be occurring in episode 1, how season 3 actually opens, including this one here, which provides a better look of his colour scheme, I would say, and then some shots of him watching the following rounds. So do expect quite a bit of Nostradamus content at the start of season 3. But outside of that, we see the arenas once again, contrasting the difference and more detail being provided with the season, likely meaning more budget, more work and more effort behind the scenes, which of course is good and expected considering the success of the previous Record of Ragnarok seasons, regardless of the lower quality and animation standards. We once again get another shot of the Greek gods, one that looks much more expressive and better than we've really ever seen before. Then an action shot of Tesla, which may be the best one we've gotten so far. It seems like there's going to be a mix or combination of CGI and 2D animation for this fight, and all the shots do look pretty good that we get, particularly the Beelzebub ones once again, with the Gamitra zone looking amazing every time we see it. Then Huang's eyes, lighting up, one of his key abilities I can't wait to see. And one thing for sure, these trailers, particularly this one, is not spoiler friendly for anime only viewers. Something that pretty much represents the current age of media. If you want to be truly spoiler free, just don't watch any trailers at this point. But I'm imagining most of you guys watching today's video, and those of you who are subscribed here on Mysterious Weeb, are in fact manga readers. And if you're not, you're simply missing out. We are currently enjoying the greatness of round 12, something that kinda connects to the events that will be revealed in this season. But following that, we see another action shot of Apollo versus Leonidas, something that looks great. A Buddha shot, this time with his iconic eye patch coming out. Compared to the manga, I have really no complaints. And then the first ever reveal of Kintoki in the Record of Ragnarok anime. Based on his official color scheme, which has recently been revealed, this is pretty much close enough. I'm not sure whether this is CGI, it might be. Let me know your input on that down below. He doesn't have a major role throughout this season, however his few moments are quite great and do provide pretty important setup for the future, particularly what's going on right now. And then the other major reveal, of course, Siegfried, one of the most, if not the most important character in Record of Ragnarok potentially. I have videos breaking that down. Similar to Nostradamus, we've gotten his color scheme revealed in official art pieces like this, and it does seem like his canon hair color is blonde. So any manga coloring boys out there now know his official color scheme. A shot of Hades we've seen in previous trailers, likewise with this clash. And then inside of where season 3 will actually be ending, as we see Odin with his divine weapon out, him clashing with Beelzebub, which looks pretty amazing, alongside Buddha also being here, and of course Odin's menacing face. So these events actually occur after Apollo vs Leonidas, including after the round 10 fighters have been revealed and chosen, which also involves the introduction of Anubis to the story, featuring a three-way clash between Buddha, Odin and Beelzebub arriving later, events that occur in chapter 85, with this season starting at chapter 55 with the introduction of Nostradamus. So 30 chapters of content seems to be the path they're going down. It's possible they could switch around the order of the Buddha and Odin stuff here to conclude the season, and maybe just have a little teaser of the round 10 stuff, then start season 4 with that events potentially, but I'll probably make a different video going over all of that stuff. Following all of this insanity, we get another action shot of Tesla, which does highlight pretty fast pacing, something I'm very glad to see, including a close-up of Beelzebub, which just looks amazing for whatever reason. Another action shot with very fast-paced CGI, greatness from our boy Tesla, Leonidas smoking that pack, his iconic and most impressive demonstration of power throughout his Apollo fight, a close-up of the injured sun god, and a conclusion of a conversation between Buddha and Odin, reinstating where the season is likely to end, which is actually a little bit further than I expected, but stay tuned for that video. Make sure to watch all these other Record of Ragnarok videos uploaded over the last few months, and that's it guys, peace.